Starting your breeding program can be as simple as answering the question of if you start with a male or a female. Although it sounds simple, it can be a very nuanced decision. On one hand, you get access to multiple puppies that gives you the first right of refusal on a puppy that can change your future, while on the other hand, you can pretty much produce offspring year-round. Well, today, we're going to talk about it here. So join me as I dive into the ultimate challenge of figuring out whether a male or female French Bulldog is best for breeding in 2025. What's up, guys? I'm Aaron with Laron Frenchies, and when it comes to breeding French Bulldogs, understanding the differences between males and females is crucial. As a breeder, you want to make an informed decision that will impact the health, behavior, and overall success of your breeding program. In this video, we'll explore the key differences between male and female French Bulldogs, debunk common misconceptions, and reveal which gender might be best suited for starting your breeding program. One common misconception is that male French Bulldogs are more aggressive than females. However, this is a stereotype that's not entirely accurate. While males can be more energetic and playful, they can also be incredibly loving and gentle. Females, on the other hand, are often stereotyped as being more nurturing and maternal, but they can also be just as energetic and playful as males, while also being extremely overprotective of their territory and litters. Another misconception is that females are more expensive to breed due to their heat cycles and whelping costs. However, this cost can be offset by the fact that females typically produce more puppies per litter than males. Additionally, females often have a more predictable breeding schedule, making it easier to plan your breeding program with less overall marketing over the course of time to start making some of your money back than a typical male. You must pay very close attention to your female around the time of her heat cycle to ensure she doesn't bleed all over your home, as well as accidentally breed with a male dog that wasn't intended for her. The same is true about male French Bulldogs, as they will sometimes leave sperm residue around your home in undesired places and also potentially impregnate a female they weren't intended to breed with. Many breeders believe that males are easier to handle due to their supposedly more docile nature. However, females can be just as easy to handle, and their smaller size can actually make them more agile and easier to manage in certain situations, like getting them to and from the vet. When it comes to health issues, French Bulldogs inherently have issues over the course of their lives. If you want to know more about many of those issues, you can click the link at the top right here and check that video out. Both males and female French Bulldogs have their own unique challenges. Males are more prone to cryptorchidism, a condition where one or both testicles fail to descend into the scrotum. Female French Bulldogs, on the other hand, are more prone to dystocia, a difficult or obstructive labor where having natural births is a huge risk and many times impossible. I talk about that very issue in this video here if you want to click on it on the top right. In terms of behavior, males tend to be more food motivated and easier to train, making them ideal for obedience training and agility competitions. Females, while still very trainable, can be more independent and stubborn at times. However, this independence can also make them more loyal and protective to their owners. Ultimately, picking a male or female dog is easier than you may think. If you've owned both male and female dogs before, you may have clicked better with one over the other for various reasons. In this case, I would suggest using that as a reference point, as well as understanding that you will have this dog for the next decade plus. When it comes to a breeding program, there are pros and cons to choosing between a male or female as to which one you will start your program with. I have seen success and failures of others seeing both perspectives of starting with a male to stud out, as well as starting with a female to have puppies with. There are many different factors to consider when choosing between a male and a female French Bulldog, and the first one is the disparity in age with which you can start producing with them. While a male usually has a motility rate and sperm count high enough to start producing puppies at around 8 to 10 months, it could take a female until around the age of 18 months or older before they can become pregnant, as breeders have to wait until at least the second heat to ensure the female is physically, mentally, and emotionally mature enough to start having puppies. While most female French Bulldogs can have up to 2 litters per year, a male French Bulldog, in theory, can be used as a stud to reproduce daily if that stud is sought after enough and can keep up with the sperm production. So why don't more breeders choose to bypass having puppies and just get a stud to decrease their workloads and potentially increase their profits? Well, that answer lies in a few different factors. One, breeders that stud their dogs out must be selective in which dogs they breed with. Producing with just any female Frenchie or overproduction can be a huge issue that catches up with all breeders down the road, as this decreases the overall quality and increases the overall number of puppies in the marketplace. This is one of the problems in the breeding world today, while buyer demand constantly shifts. 2. Breeders that stud their dog out have zero control over what happens to the puppies afterwards. Sure, profits can be higher in the short term, but you may not have any idea how the puppies are developing or where they end up. One of the biggest pieces of marketing a stud owner can have is the development of its offspring. Without a close relationship with anybody who used your stud, you just may miss out on a key piece of marketing for your stud going forward. 3. Breeders who stud out their Frenchies also have a larger workload and potential investment into marketing their stud. Without the offspring to prove just how good your stud is, you are asking people to spend thousands of dollars to operate with blind trust, which is sometimes necessary. 4. If you don't properly market your stud and find a market for them, you won't produce any puppies, which means you don't produce any revenues while still incurring the expense of caring for and marketing your stud. While those are just some of the cons to choosing to start with a stud, there are different cons when it comes to choosing a female dog to start your program with. Those cons can include the following. 1. Having to wait a year and a half or longer before you can start to reproduce with a female. 2. Having to search for weeks and sometimes months to find the right stud, asking the right questions, and then pay the fee to breed with the dog. No matter how well you do this process and how many progesterone checks you get, there's a chance that you can breed your female in the right window and still not get her pregnant. 3. Having less puppies in a litter than desired to actually see a profit from having the litter. After expenses, most break-even points on litters, especially when you first start out, is at least 3 puppies. While you may see online people having 7 to 10 puppies, the reality of it is it's not guaranteed. 4. The overall daunting task of whelping a litter for 8 to 12 weeks is not for the weak, and will definitely make you reconsider doing it ever again. If you know, you know. It's definitely a lot of work whether you pick a male or female French Bulldog to start your program with. You either forfeit control of the puppies by picking a male and having to constantly market your stud with the hopes of producing top-tier puppies, or you pay a stud fee to breed their female and essentially get no sleep 2 times per year to help your mother raise the puppies. I focused more on the cons of picking each gender of French Bulldog in this video, but there are absolutely many pros as well to picking one over the other. I would say the best strategy is to go with the gender of dog that you are used to and feel more comfortable with. But write down your goals and how you want to go about building your breeding business. There is no right or wrong answer here, but I think the difference for those that will be successful and those that won't is the dedication they exhibit in building their business through a clear vision while they make connections and help improve the breed. In conclusion, understanding the differences between male and female French Bulldogs is crucial for making an informed decision as a breeder. By debunking common misconceptions and exploring the key characteristics of each gender, you can make a decision that's best for your breeding program based on your vision and how you want to build your French Bulldog breeding program. So how'd you start out your program? I'd love to hear from you in the comments about your experiences with male and female French Bulldogs and which one you would choose to start with in growing your business if you started out again today. If you're interested in learning more about French Bulldog breeding in better detail, please consider joining my membership, which you can find in the first link in the description below this video. Also, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my page. Thanks for watching.